I'm forever grateful for platforms like TikTok putting me onto songs. Well, it's also embarrassing, partly because whenever my friends are like, "Oh, that's a TikTok song." If it's on TikTok and it's popular on TikTok, that probably means it's a good song. So stop complaining and yelling and doing all this about it, all right? Back in the caveman times, we used to survive good by predicting patterns. Music simulates that part of the brain that, tries to predict patterns. So, of course, humans like music. Anyways, whenever I'm on TikTok and I come across some jazzy, cool, or funky song or whatever, I'll be, interested and intrigued. Maybe I'll add it to my playlist. Because I listen to music to jam out. Because who listens to music for its lyrics? All they talk about is drugs, money, girls, sex, heartbreak, and guys if you're listening to a girl. But I can't relate to any of that.
'Cause I'm a good boy.
But my groovy ears have led me to getting persecuted in class. A couple years ago, we were doing like sustained silent reading in my AP US history class, and our teacher let us add music to the class playlist to listen to as long as it wasn't, explicit. I added one of Tame Impala's best songs, Let It Happen. Around 4 minutes and 30 seconds into the song, Kevin makes the musical choice to add a little bit of like a repeating thing that goes over and over, and it's a bit annoying after like the 100th listen, but if you're listening to it for the first time, I don't think it's, much to complain about. But my teacher, he had, something else to say. He had a problem with this. He complained to the class about the song, and then he skipped it after small deliberation. And I know what he meant. His criticisms, they made sense. But by skipping the song and, yelling to the class about it, he was shooting at my identity, he was attacking me personally. Well, joke's on him. When the AP exam time came, I got a 2 on the exam. So, who's laughing now? Okay. Lately, it's been a trend for, the performative guys to listen to, the Clairo, the Abadoobie, the Marias. And I just gotta say, fuck all of you. Because what about, someone like me who happens to dabble a little bit in all their musics? What am I supposed to do? I'll just look like a freak now who's doing it for like a performative trend that's, passing by. I'm already late to the trend. And now I have to leave all that behind and look for some deeper cuts. One of the best methods for doing so is Spotify's DJ. That's right. If Spotify decides that they want to shove their AI down my throat, I might as well unhinge my jaw and let it happen. I honestly have no problem being their guinea pig. Besides the jarring voice of the AI and, some weird transitions, it works pretty well. As someone who, listens to music like any other normal person would, I have around like 20 playlists where you can see like the progression of my music taste. And Spotify's DJ makes it slightly better than their normal like mixer, or it's maybe not even better at all and I just placeboed myself into thinking it's better. But this AI isn't as useful as you might think. Its mixer is only slightly better, like I said, than the normal Spotify mixer, and a lot of the times it just plays the same songs over and over again. And they also have this feature that lets you, press down and talk to it and tell you what you want it to play. And half the time it misinterprets what I want to play, and the other half of the time it tells me it's going to put on workout music and starts playing the freakiest music known to man. Speaking of AI, why come AI music is even a thing? I know why. It's because, Spotify doesn't want to pay its creators. They can just keep circling money through the system or whatever, and you can basically have infinite money glitch. Even while I was looking for music to put in this video and the video that I recorded before this, you could see that they offer a lot of AI music that's kind of bland and soulless. But honestly, it's not as bad as the music I use now that's free and, easy to find. I think AI should be good at, music, because music is just math. There's just frequencies that sound better to us, and there's mathematical ways to find it. So eventually we'll get to a certain point of time where AI can, make music that tickles that part of the ear, that your Q-tip usually gets or something, I don't know. So in the future, AI songs might be a guilty pleasure of mine. On the topic of guilty pleasures, I must admit something. Raise your hand if you still listen to Kanye. That's what I thought. A lot of people still listen to music like, produced by Kanye because he makes good music. There's other, artists out there that also make sucky decisions. but they make really good music. So you have to separate the art from the artist sometimes, even though the art is the artist, which is, kind of hard to do, but I guess it's just some sort of compartmentalization. Vocab word of the day. And there's also, the opposite side, good people that stop making music for like some sort of tragic reason.
Oopsies, it's my second time recording this because my phone died.
Okay, I can think of like Frank Ocean and Purrs. Both are great artists to listen to at like 3 a.m. because, you just jam out. And another feeling that's similar to this, but, starkly different at the same time, is after like an 8-hour shift, when you have no energy, you start driving home. So the music just takes the form of your body, like, and you're like a musical water balloon. Hans Zimmer single-handedly carried this movie. If I were to watch it, without the same music, I would have think it's the shit movie that it is. Like, the main character, Sonny Hayes, wins one race and fucks one 2D girl development-wise and thinks he's the shit. And when I was watching the movie, I thought he was the shit too, because of Hans Zimmer. And it should be surprising based off of my seats too. Even in one of his best works, I think, is the second Amazing Spider-Man movie. It feels like he's shooting a web in one ear and out the other. I can just visualize the web with my ears. So why is he making videos for Mr. Beast now? That's right. The Hans Zimmer is now making videos to a peer of mine, or a little bit above a peer of mine, Mr. Beast, right? And you can tell this music seems kind of like a tax write-off, and he had almost nothing to work with, because it's some of his blandest work yet, in my opinion. And here come all the Beastophiles coming to attack me. Is that what he calls his fans? I'm kidding, Mr. Beast. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. Oh, please, don't hurt me too bad.
Hey, I'm sorry you had to watch that last part, but it's over now. In fact, the whole video's over. If you liked it, like the video, and if you want to subscribe, subscribe. And before you go, I have a couple of things to say. First, AI, more like Ayo! And as highly requested from my last video, I'm going to be climbing up these stairs on all fours.